Mamene Council, Paul Kumi, any and Como, one no a constitutional lawyer, private legal practitioner, na and no any Como. Council, what to make a good morning and Pombo Cordier? Yakasa Yache.
Yep. So we are now refuge.
Oh, that.
Sir.
Guys, on my birthday, Grandma and Tunka, one from me, it's a video of my day.
I sent you some brilliant WhatsApp which you acknowledge.
Yes, we can't your pardon, but one from me.
Okay, my friend.
Aha. And you know, me, you know, refuge. I don't know, sir. But Mamina was here. I don't pay my yen como na.
That's it.
And on my pay signing the electronic transfer bill to become a law. It is to say no, your friend no electronic transfer act and as a law. Anyano etimi aba babedru. Mamintio the processes are a mo emremu the speed at which our mampanyi edia sentinel na afi implementation of it yenhwe emrakwan so no de sese Ghana ni bia so etimi ehu.
That's it. They always say normally don't in the parliament with the bill about call near a brown person of na ya bobu our parliament na ya to swaba aka say embrano a ebia person with the bano parliament agiatu ti parliament agiatu one na ne edi achiri and say president also so over signing sa bill na or Mamagia or parliament, just signing and then it turns into a law. It means me if I said the Juma. But you see, we say electronic act here, electronic levy act here, the commencement date every year in May. It just is for April way there. It being a but if in May first,
Council, I want to see Subium and money. Per and Sisaya, a war a year E-Levy, the honor, a probosumi way, dear Ghana Nibio Tia no Pabia and Benanitia the dim. Name woman in May and a Beshasia.
Maybe you sign it here.
Okay.
That is what has been done. Sana the Kaya, once Parliament, Agiatum. Whether a 137 or a 138 or a 150. Or no president no will need parliament to hold.
Okay.
Now it will be a kind of presumption of regularity. So they say once a year or parliament, a day and one paper, it is about to enemies on signing. Only the other person no one signing. This will be our person can our say a be a quiet pass year no our Parliament House, well, then the person can seek redress. But as far as the president is concerned, only once it has been brought to him, he will have to go ahead and sign. Unless ABR Parliament passes a bill, it has come to his attention that there has been ABR a certain application. And now a certain order of court to say he as a president should not sign. But until that thing is done, if it is presented to him, say this is what Parliament has done in respect of the E-Levy, what he is expected to do in effect or no, sign. And I think that is what he has done.
Interesting. Now we are told, say, minority leader Ora Haruna Idrisu, and some members of the minority caucus, Ako Supreme Court, seeking say acquire ye fast so a passe E-Levy embrano, na enye kwine papa, so especially in terms of voting, one more to me enya koruma a bit to me I take a decision. And now on my paya sign it, enya ababe yemra. What if say e could do na Supreme Court can as is there a way you bet me a reversal of the law?
Oh yes. Once it is established by the court and they say the process no usually any appropriate that particular law can be repealed.
And it can be repealed by the Supreme Court justices.
Of course, yes. So, even some aspects of the how they call it, standing orders, they have struck it down. It, the Supreme Court, is acting. I would say, I would like case of the court,
Yeah.
They have now made certain things very clear that we are in a constitutional democracy. So what it means is that the president is not on his own. Parliament is not on its own. And that even applies to the courts. If they are going to do anything, it should be within the law. What does the Constitution say? If the Constitution says a particular thing, that is what should be followed. The Constitution is saying, we must have at least half of the members of Parliament present and voting, right?
Yes.
Young Parliament here, 275. And at least half, about 137.5. But you need 0.5 in NIPA. So in the running up in mathematics, anything from 5 up to 9, that's 0.5, up to 0.9, it is rounded upwards. If you are talking about 137.5, you have to round it up to 138. I just have for any Ghana. So obviously, even where the independent member of parliament is going to vote in favor of the bill, including friends and the MP now, a friends parliament premises in the ambulance, even where all of them will have to vote, they will get 137. The law says it should be at least half. And 137 cannot be at least half. 137 is less than half. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
And so there was one thing which the Speaker of Parliament made clear, that the walkout by the minority was done before he put the question. So what it means is that at the time he put the question, the minority were not in the house. It was a small problem.
I see. Now the question again, and it's Honorable, how do we interpret this? Article 104, I will quote 2. The people must be present and voting. What happens to a member of parliament? What be signing attendance booklet to indicate say or you're present for the commencement of business or within the your friend is the environs of parliament and the corridors of parliament. Ebi krana what's in the office, but was signing say waba or you're present when you're absent. When taking notice of a leave of absence, now, how do we classify those people? As much as we more sign here, now we more working out, can we still say they were part of the numbers for me quorum for decision to be made?
At the time, not yet to a ban. It must be in respect of persons who are on the floor of the parliament, but not in the premises.
Okay.
Yes, you will be present. A certain example be Obia or by school. Na ekeno okro na bibinti one sign up, one sign back to school.
Yeah.
That aspect is said or you're present on that day, maybe there's no
doubt
about that. But when it comes to the voting, we are now talking about a quorum. A voting quorum. So it should be in respect of persons who are there at the time that the voting was to take place. And to win the honor, that's a Tosabanoa. Yes, you may be a member of parliament, you may be on the premises, all right, but there is a problem even with that one. It is even the issue of the MP Nana or Yare, I didn't buy it. There is that issue, whether he was brought into the chamber, because the speaker still was saying, or you are aware that he was within the precinct or the premises, He didn't say he saw him in the chamber. So when the speaker has been saying that he's ready, he chooses his words carefully and he's ready to defend it even at the International Court of Law and other things. Those are some of the things that he is trying to drive at. Incidentally, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm only expressing my opinion. If I'm wrong, they should forgive me. For most times, we do not really listen to what people tell us. We react to things that we think we have heard people say. But we must be very sure that we have heard the person very correctly and try to see if we understand the person, but not to set our own questions and answer our own questions and now say that is what the person asked us. He said he saw him. He's aware that he was at the premises. He didn't say he saw him in the chamber.
Okay. I see. And so in this case, the minority would have to prove their case in the Supreme Court with a lot of evidence to substantiate their reliefs. That
was why they appeared a bit, do I use the word angry? Let me use the word agitated. That's why they appeared a bit agitated. They said, even in the Hansard and
vote and proceedings records.
Vote and proceedings, it came out said 8 of their people were absent. You saw the backlash which came. What am I gonna say? We had people, some of these celebrities, even saying, "Oh, Sati Adeni na no mun say actually friends NDC for no ebepe kwambi na mo dia dodgy we no." He was not surprised that some of them were absent on the day in question. How should it happen? Say 8 members of the opposition are to be marked absent when they happen to be there. It's a bit dicey. And then you have a situation where what ought to have been done by coming to correct the votes and proceedings, those things were not done. It is a idea raising that issue, and I think the one who started making some noise about it, happened to be a Sidin Ketia. And all those noise making other things. On the normal circumstances, the votes and proceedings, corrections and whatnot, all those things are supposed to have been done. And Sana President Abba Wababe this is the rendition address. But for some strange reason, those things were all not done. And then they moved on with that particular one. So if they were going to do any corrections of votes and proceedings, it is going to be correction in respect of the previous days. But now we ended up doing corrections of the previous 2 days. And that I do not think was good enough.
Okay. Council, I don't pay my man and now I say, and one chairman. Okay. Lawyer Paul Kome, a private legal practitioner, constitutional lawyer, and Meneno at the Encobono. Eti Omapayanya sign, but there's a grace period of 1 month, and Tibusumi Epo no, but your E-Levy no, and Shasia. But finance minister, and now I think Wukuada, so Wutie no interviews our was stating clear, sir. Fiti bosumi ye kwa no womane the Ghana Revenue Authority yen hyehyɛ na afei systems ahodoa ɛsɛ sɛ put in place na E-Levy no yetimi ahyase sɛ yegege no sa systems ni nyina no wɔn hwɛ anim sɛ yebetimi de bosome baako aye ni nyina enti from the 1st of May ɛkɔ ne de ebia ebetimi ahyase all things being equal eti we live to see but